Jamie, we are so excited to hear about your dental treatment. Would you share your story with us?
Sure. I started this because I have TMJ, and I went through 38 trays with, I don't know, I want to say regular trays, so to speak, where I changed them every 2 weeks, and I had rubber bands. And that took about a year and a half for that phase of the treatment to go through. And this time around, Dr. Witten had suggested going to Dr. Miyamoto at Creighton for this study to accelerate the treatment process. And so I did that, not hesitantly, but it was kind of okay, well, we'll see how this all goes. So a little bit into the next set of trays that I had, which the second phase I had 35 trays, or have, I guess, because I'm not done yet. And we started some of those, and then I went ahead and had the surgery done. That was a fun little day. It didn't take very long, surprisingly. Showed up at Creighton and talked to Dr. Miyamoto, and from there they did x-rays, did some other teeth prep, and then maybe that all side of that maybe took around an hour. And then once the surgery started, if I was in there an hour, I would be surprised from start to finish of the surgery. He had to do, I got shots, which are not fun, lidocaine, and he did whatever, I guess, cuts up the top of my gums, 6 of those, and then I used a tool that I guess vibrates, and which is, I guess, kind of how this all works. On my bottom gums, he did have to put in a bone graft, which is why it took so much longer. I swear, not that I was looking at a clock, but if I was, how long it took, he took him maybe 10 minutes on the top of my mouth, if that, to do that. It took longer to do the bottom part of my teeth. And then once I was done, I went in at 1 o'clock, and I was done approximately 3:30. And I went home, and I was sore. And at that point, you're kind of thinking, what did I do? Did I really do the right thing here? Because things were really sore. And specifically, it was just really the bottom gums were very sore. My upper gums, I didn't really notice or feel anything there once everything woke up from the anesthesia. And then, I had some pain medication that I took for that day. And that was on a Monday. I think I took a couple of those on Tuesday. By Wednesday, I don't know that I might have taken 1 pain pill in the morning along with the ibuprofen that I had just for swelling. And after that, I didn't take any more pain medication. It was just the ibuprofen, because in the mornings, things would kind of ache. I think probably because I was laying flat on my face and irritating everything. But the main issue was swelling. I was swollen for probably a good couple weeks, not huge chipmunk swelling, but I was swollen. It went down over time. That week, I did eat a lot of softer foods that week, just because it more eventually was irritating, just like my jaw. Like if I talked too much, it would hurt. Or if I chewed a little too much, things would just kind of be sore. Not my gums, but just kind of around here. But after a week, it was pretty well gone. I went back that following Monday, and he took the stitches out. I don't know, it kind of sounds like they're doing absorbable stitches now, which at that point, honestly, I didn't really feel any pain. It felt kind of bruised a little bit down here. But the stitches at that point were what was then irritating me, and I couldn't wait for those to come out. And after those were done, everything was great, and I've been able to change my trays since that day, that Monday when I went back and had stitches out. I could change my trays, and I've been changing them every 5 days. It's an absolutely incredible ability to do that. It's very strange to go from every 2 weeks to, and every 2 weeks and having things be tighter. And for a few days things are more sensitive and kind of irritated to chew or to things like that. Now it's like, what? I changed my trays. I put new trays in. Are you kidding me? There's no way. I just had them today. Got new trays today. It's like, pop them in. New? I don't know how that even is possible. It's like science fiction. It totally is. It's totally like science
you're
fiction.
excited that you
I'm
did
excited. It was the best thing that I've done, and this is, you know, the second set of braces for me in my life, because I did metal braces when I was in junior high, which I think it sounds like that's kind of what caused some of it, because he pulled my front teeth back too far, my top teeth, and then pulled teeth, which is probably what caused my TMJ. So it's like, I know what that feels like. I will never forget that. Then going through changing trays every 2 weeks to now being able, you know, for a year and a half, and now being able to do this, it's an absolutely incredible situation that I am beyond thrilled about, and I would recommend this to anybody to do, as long as you have kept up doing what you're supposed to, because if you're not going to do it and you're not changing your trays the way you're supposed to and not wearing them correctly, there's no point. But if you're doing it, it's an absolutely at least for me, mind-blowing and wonderful, wonderful decision that I am so grateful to have had. I mean, I'd have done this for another 5 years if it would have, you know, made everything better. But if I can do this and be done in 6 months as opposed to another year and a half, yeah, totally all over this. So this was awesome. Best decision ever.